I like that one too.
Those are good.
It's a good one.
For the fifth one, I wrote, is religious law oppressive? But we could change that to Kamala versus
Hold on.
Trump.
Should a woman put mayo when they make you a sandwich? Is a good one.
That's it.
Nah, obviously, I'm just fucking kidding. I stole that from someone in my chat. All right, well, look, dude, I have to invite you to the server. I'm gonna save the link. Don't leak it on your stream yet. I'm gonna save the link. I'm gonna give you roles so you'll be able to just hop right in. All right?
Okay.
All right, let me send the server to you right now. I'll see you in a second.
Okay.
Alrighty. Hey, Sneeko. Nobody. The cameras are off. Ooh.
Okay.
Nice thighs.
He's not doing it.
Hey, Sneeko.
Chad, by the way, when they went to do lean for his birthday yesterday, I left.
What are you saying?
I went back to my B&B.
What are you saying?
They hired prostitutes and drank lean to celebrate his birthday.
He's lying. There were no prostitutes and there was no lean.
Drake got him the best strip club. He got him that back room. So
All
they can't see.
right. All right. What? Oh my God, Wanted. Did you hear that?
I don't know what that sound is.
Nick.
Hey.
All right, go ahead and put your camera on.
Okay. All right, let me do this.
Should we just have our camera off and put it in the top left? I think that might be better, right?
Yeah, I would turn the camera off.
All right, so Nick, I'm gonna turn my camera off when we drag the first girl in here. Okay, how should the format be, guys? So we basically just have one girl join per, like, how should we do it? What's the way we should do it?
So if you want to do it similar to Jubilee, it was like 20 minutes each.
Yeah, we spend 20 minutes max on each topic. I agree.
Yeah, I think we go one at a time. No, but there's 5 of them, and we want to keep cycling through. But I think a good segment would be if all 5 come in at once to debate. Like, I want to see.
Okay, so all 5 come in at once, and then each girl has like what 2 minutes to basically respond to the question, and they go back and forth.
I think you go 2 minutes back and forth, but
yeah, we just server mute them. Okay, that's fine. Let's drag everyone in here. We're gonna have everyone introduce themselves first.
Can you flip this so I can hear?
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on. Let me text Jay to get. I think we have another headphones we could just set up.
Oh.
Hello?
Hey, that's not a girl. Is that a feminine? Are you a feminist but male? I'm talking about the black guy.
The black guy, yeah.
Oh, he's a feminist?
You would be right. You would be right.
On, it's tough.
All right, give me a second.
This looks like a Netflix show.
All right, we're just waiting on the rest.
Oh, wow.
All right, we're just waiting on the rest.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
We're waiting on a few more. Nah.
Can we put the boobs away? What kind of stream is this? What are we doing? Is this a debate or?
Oh my God, dude! Wait, hold on. Who needs to put their camera on right here?
Free the nipple, Nick.
That's why I even pushed it back so that we could get more boobs.
Can we put on like a sweatshirt or something?
A burqa.
No, they're gonna
A
distract.
burqa. Yeah.
Oh fuck, Liko. But Liko, what if he has wired headphones? Because I have an aux cord. Oh yeah, I don't think it would work. I think
Very diverse panel.
Is my fucking
Intersectional.
Yeah, Burnout, we see you. We're just waiting on one more person. Cheyenne and Prismel. Who is this right here? They have to put the camera on their names. Hello, Cheyenne. How you doing? All right, perfect. We're just waiting on one more person to fix their camera, and we're ready to start.
Okay.
Jazz.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Jazz. There's no nipples that'll flop out, right?
No, look, it's not.
All right. I don't want to get banned, is all. You know.
I can barely hear her over the boobs.
Okay, Nick. If you right-click each individual's picture, you can turn their volume up. By the way.
Okay.
Salute.
All right.
That's great.
That's great. Okay. I'm sorry, your name doesn't pop up, but the Oh, there we go. I see you now. Hello. You could go ahead and introduce yourself. Blonde hair girl with dreads.
Oh, I hear girl is crazy.
I mean, is that not what she has?
You know, you're absolutely right. I just, I don't know if you're picking up by the description a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead.
Blonde dreads.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Hey everyone. I'm Jada. I'm a criminologist. I'm a student, and yeah, I'm here excited to be on.
Why did you decide to join this debate today?
Just because I like arguing. No, I'm kidding. I am really excited to try to change this guy's point of view. I've seen some of his stuff, so yeah.
Perfect.
That's great. Wait, so one more time, what's your name?
Jada.
Jada. And then top left, Burnout. Just call you Burnout?
Yeah, I'm just burnout.
Okay, great.
Okay, the next girl, if you can please introduce yourself and give a little description and why you decided to be here today. Yep. Yes.
Okay. My name is Christine. I'm a crisis line specialist for Domestic Violence Crisis Line, and I make music as well. But I kind of want to be on here because I think a lot of people's ideas of feminism is like, you know, the Taylor Swift white feminism or the women that wear pink pussy hats. And I just want to say, like, we're not all like
Prisma, that girl has to
I'm,
fix her shit or I'm kicking her, bro. It's ruining the layout.
But, I try to look up Nick stuff, and I got luck everywhere else but TikTok. I looked up Nick Fuentes, and it said against community violence, and Nick Fuentes with a Z against community violence guidelines. I was like, oh my god, they really don't want to show his stuff. But I gotta watch a few of your stuff and things like on YouTube, and they love you on Twitter. So yeah.
Okay, guys.
Very good.
Real quick, there's somebody with their camera off. If you guys can just please try to keep it on because it's gonna ruin the layout of the streams for me and Nick. But I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Just have your camera straight. Okay.
What was your name again?
Christine?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Nice to meet you. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Izaki, you can go ahead and introduce yourself while you're here.
Wait, can you guys see me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see you.
Yes, we
Yeah,
can
I
see
can't
you.
see myself. But yeah, my name's Isaac. I'm from Houston. I'm currently a college student majoring in political science. And of course, I know who Nick is. I know who Aiden Ross is. I know Sneeko. I don't agree with a lot of you guys, but I am looking forward to a productive discussion.
Okay, why did you decide to join this debate today?
Well, I've been a lifelong feminist, and I've just recently started getting into the political sphere. I appeared in the last Jubilee video covering this exact topic. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, that sounds great. And in the middle?
We can't hear you. If you can just, I think.
I think Jasmine's.
Jazz.
Your mic's not selected. If you go to the bottom middle of your screen, you could select your okay, someone keeps leaving.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I was trying to put the camera on.
You're good. I think
kind of can't see myself.
I know on mobile. I think you
You
guys
can see me, but I can't see you.
Yeah. So on mobile, if you guys are on your phones, you're not gonna be able to see yourselves. But I promise you, we can see you. If we can't, I'll say something.
Oh, okay.
If you guys can, the ones that are on mobile, tilt your phones horizontally, meaning hamburger style. If you guys can,
Right.
so, yeah. But you have to turn off the lock thing on your phone. Burnout.
Okay.
And then if you could do that as well, Cheyenne.
Cheyenne, you got it right.
Sorry, I'm sorry. And then what's
I tried. Oh, I have to unlock it.
Yep, screen lock.
yeah, screen lock. Yeah.
There you go. And she's
I'm
gone.
so sorry.
It's like a Zoom class.
Sparkle.
Heaven, your mic is muted.
Can we get a mail to help with this, please?
Oh, jeez, don't do that.
Guys, he's just.
Can we get a mail to help with this, please?
Oh, jeez, don't do that.
Guys, he's just.
Don't do that.
He's just.
Not starting off
I'm teasing you.
He's just joshing. He's just joshing around. Okay, in the middle.
Take it easy. Just breaking the ice.
All right, hold on. We can't hear you, Jazz.
Draco.
Jazz, we cannot hear you. Okay.
We can see you. Can't hear you.
We could definitely see you.
And she's doing a strip show.
Well, then I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead, Cheyenne.
My name is Cheyenne. I am from Florida, born and raised, and I am an actor. And I wanted to join this debate to kind of see. I don't really think you're a bad person. I just don't agree on the stuff you say. And I am a feminist, so I want to see if this can be a better outcome for both of us, so we both get a better understanding. Because people just think feminists and they think, oh, she hates men, and that's not true whatsoever.
What movies have you acted in before?
Just local in like Florida.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. All right, are we ready to get started? Heaven, is your mic? Oh, sorry, not, wait, Heaven, you're good. Jazz, are you fixed?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're fixed.
No, you're good. We hear you. We hear you.
You're good.
All right, Jazz.
All right.
Go ahead. You can give an introduction and also tell us why you're here today.
Okay, my name's Jasmine Jafar, otherwise known as the 304
Look what movie they
lawyer.
said they play. She played in the-
I was a lawyer
share
and then
it.
I turned
Where
to
is
an
it?
OnlyFans star, and I'm here today because I think that it'll be
I asked her.
easy
She's an
to
OnlyFans
dismantle
Oh, she's
Nick's
OnlyFans?
talking points.
Oh shit. Okay. How long have you been doing OnlyFans for?
Since 2021.
Oh wow.
We're good.
Okay, are you
You guys
here
can
for
hear me.
debate or are you here for promo?
She's here to debate.
Promo. Yeah, debate.
All right, both. At least you're being honest about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we're gonna get started here. This is me talking, Aiden. Nice to meet all of you. My buddy Sneeko here has helped me do this thing. I'm not really the best at when it comes to hosting this stuff. He's here today. We're gonna start by asking you guys questions, right? We're gonna go in order. How I'm gonna do it is the first topic, for example, we're gonna do Kamala versus Trump. We're gonna start off with that. I'm gonna have you guys all state who you guys obviously. Well, you guys obviously are a lot of you guys say Kamala. Tell us why, and then we're gonna give you guys about, would you say, 90 seconds?
Well, I think because we have everyone in the panel, it seems like everybody already knows what we believe on these subjects. We can let Nick give an opening statement, and then we'll just let everybody respond. Like,
well, let's go in order.
Yeah, I think it could be free flowing. I think it'd be better to go free flowing to start, and then after 10 minutes or so, then we could switch to more in order.
Okay.
But because we were just starting, we're figuring everyone out. Let's keep it free flowing, and then if it's too many interruptions, then we'll step in. But let's do 10 minutes free flowing, and then see how that goes from there, and then adjust with more time.
I think to be easier, just raise your hand if you want to speak, and kind of whoever raised their hand after Nick does his little statement, you guys can go off like that. It's just much easier so you guys don't talk to each other. Yeah. So Nick, go ahead and start it off. Trump versus Kamala. Nick, I already know how you feel about that, but you obviously, who would you prefer, Nick, between the two?
All right.
Go ahead.
Sure. Well, first, I just want to introduce myself. For those that don't know, I'm Nick Fuentes, and I agree. I think it's going to be a good debate. I'll keep it civil, and we don't hate anybody. I'm glad. I forget who had said it, but yeah, I don't hate anybody, and I think we do just have a difference of opinion. It's fundamentally just a different worldview. People that are feminist and people that are traditional, and I think they're the traditional viewpoint is slandered, but it's been around for thousands of years, so it's obviously valid. I think on that basis alone, but. With regard to Trump versus Kamala, I do have to put out a disclosure at the beginning. I'm actually not going to vote for Trump, but I do think that Trump would be the better candidate. And, people say, well, how can that be? I talk about it a lot on my show, but for the purpose of the debate, let's just say I'm defending Trump. I do think he'd be the better president. And the biggest thing I think that Trump represents, or what he represented at one time, was national sovereignty. That's the biggest issue that we have going on, which is that the people of the country are not in charge of the country. When you look at who's in charge of the country, it is donors, it is elite media, lobbyists, people like that. And they've been pushing a series of policies. I'm going to talk about 3 specifically that are destroying the country. Mass immigration, legal and illegal, free trade, which is the movement of goods without tariffs or duties or anything like that, and foreign wars, nation building, and regime change in foreign countries. Those are the 3 pillars of what he called in 2016 globalism. And these are all policies that enrich the elite of the country while they impoverish and injure the people of the country. And so for that reason, I'm defending, broadly speaking, Trump and his movement insofar as he is defending national sovereignty and reversing and dismantling globalism.
Cool.
Perfect. Let's start with top left. If your name is Burnout. Burnout, we'll give you 30 seconds, and then we'll go around 30-second intro for each one. Kamala versus Trump, and then we'll keep it free flowing. Burnout, 30 seconds, Kamala versus Trump. Who do you prefer?
I'm not gonna hold you guys. I prefer neither.
Based.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm gonna claim
right.
a team.
That's a bad
I
question to
don't
start with.
fuck with what Kamala's on. Am I allowed to curse?
Yes.
You could say,
Okay.
and you
I
could,
don't
guys,
fuck
just
what Trump is on, but if I had to give an opinion, let's take a look at both of the presidencies. What do we think we achieved? Where do we think we achieved more? Honestly, I'm gonna keep it really real and say that Kamala I don't really see what she did other than getting silk presses. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I followed her career before she became vice president. She was doing mass incarcerations for, weed, which was really like
Well, we
typecast.
should
Like,
really ask who likes Kamala
you were
here.
just trying to reach that
That's
place.
what
So you did what you had to do. So I just feel like when it comes to character, she's not trustworthy. When it comes to character for Trump, definitely not trustworthy, but at least we know he's like who he is. And that's where I stand.
The next one, blonde.
Heaven. Heaven, you're next. Go ahead.
So, I personally am going to be voting for Kamala Harris. I'm not a fan of Trump. I don't feel like he's qualified to be president. Kamala, however, she is qualified to be president. I know she's been a part of some controversial like topics and policies. However, I feel like if we're
Should Nick go at her, or just
basing
we go around first?
Go around, 30
the things
seconds.
that she's done, I'm not basing, but if we're talking about things that she's done versus Trump, I would say
On the chat.
she's the lesser evil in this conversation.
Great. All right,
So, yeah,
that's
this
great.
one
Let's
here.
go next.
Yeah, so they're both pro-Israel, and I'm obviously pro-Palestine. So neither are ideal, but I truly feel like there's no such thing as somebody that can't be like a good president. But obviously, I choose Kamala. Trump, I don't know. He made a statement talking about like, if he wins, we'll never have to vote again. And that just sounds kind of terrifying to me. Like, is he just gonna like be like, is it gonna be North Korea here or something? But yeah, and then also the stuff with Project 2025 seems kind of terrifying. But yeah, I know we have to keep pushing. So that's what I have to say.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
Isaac.
Yeah, so I agree with what the previous people said. I do think Kamala Harris does have a shady history, and I am pro-Palestine as well. And I do not support sending money and ammunition to Israel. However, I'm not a single issue voter, and we live in a two-party system. So we have to make do with the cards we're dealt. And since the third-party candidate has no chance of winning, we have to make two binary choices, and I'm going to go with Kamala Harris because she is the lesser of two evils, and I also think Donald Trump is the most dangerous president in modern history. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah.
Let's go to the next. Jazz.
Oh.
Hey, love.
Oh, exactly. This is. Yeah, you're muted. All right, should we just kick her? It's been.
No, it's not kicker.
So back to her.
I'll just come back to her.
nice.
Let her fix it.
That's not nice.
That was Sneeko who said that, by the way, not Aiden Ross. Go ahead, Cheyenne.
I feel like that was a sneak. Like,
Well, we're into the debate. We should have the technology going. But Cheyenne, 30 seconds on Kamala versus Trump. Who do you prefer?
I prefer Kamala, but I will say this about Trump. There's a lot of people who hate him, but there's also a lot of people who like him, who think just like him. However, I do not agree with both parties when it comes to immigration. I'm pro-Palestine too, as well. However, whoever was going to be the next president of this country, regardless of how we all feel, we are going to forever fund war. We're going to forever fund all these things. And the thing that really bothers me about Trump is not the fact that he can say whatever he wants. It's the fact that he can get away with it. And that's not something I approve of. That's not something I would want anybody to look up and be like, oh yeah, that's my president right there. I'll be ashamed. Now for Kamala, I do not agree how her upcoming was. It was very shady. But however, I give credit when credit is due. And damn, that lady worked hard to get there.
Okay.
That's how I say it.
Okay. Got it. Now, a lot of you guys are, kind of going off of, I'll be real, like you guys are being upfront. I'll be upfront too. A lot of you guys have some of the same views as Nick when it comes to this stuff, but I want to ask you guys a question. Is there anybody here that genuinely believes that Donald Trump is racist? And if you do, please raise your hand. Okay, so let's.
I'm Asian. All the comments he made during COVID, we all know. I'm sure the chat's going
Black
crazy with all the
jobs.
ching chong stuff.
Okay, so Nick, is that a better topic? Would
my
you say?
African American.
Let's discuss this. Yeah, let's go free flowing from this.
Sure, yeah, that's fair, I guess. Yeah, I mean, let's talk about Trump being racist. If anything, I don't think he's racist enough. That's my opinion. But I have a different definition of racism than you guys. Let's just be honest. Trump is in favor of mass immigration. Trump changed his policy in June and said that he wants to staple green cards to the diplomas of every foreign student that comes to America, whether it's a 2-year, 4-year, graduate degree, doesn't matter. All those green cards are coming from non-white countries. They're coming from Pakistan. They're coming from India. They're coming from China. If you are truly a racist and the thing that, people that are race conscious or white identitarian, what they deeply care about is the racial makeup of the country. The most stark thing that is going on in the history of the United States right now is that the country was 90% white. And within 10 years, it's going to be 50% white. That is a massive change with significant effects. Whether you think it's good, bad, neutral, it's a huge change. And it's happening all over the world. And where does Trump stand on that issue? He is supporting the demographic transition, supporting a less white America. So, in that sense, I would also say, look at the people he surrounds himself with. Tim Scott from South Carolina, among others. If you looked at the RNC, the first day, it was like all black men. It was actually notable. Almost everybody that went up and spoke on the stage, which he specifically created the agenda. It's all black men. They gave a tribute at the very end to the Sikh god Waheguru, which I protested as a traditional Catholic. So, you could give like a ton of reasons, but I think he totally lacks prejudice. I'll give one other anecdote. I went to Mar-a-Lago with Kanye West a couple years ago. And Trump was nothing but nice, still has not disavowed him to this day. If anything, stood by him, even though he was canceled, and said he's a good guy, but misunderstood, which is how I see him. So I think that there's not a racist bone in his body, although sometimes I wish he was even a little bit more race conscious than he is. So that's what I would say.
That sounds great. We'll let everyone disagree. You can raise your hand. But first, Jazz, if you could, let's see your mic one more time. You still haven't spoke.
Does it work?
Yes, it works now. Thank you.
Okay, so Burnout, why do you think that Nick is wrong?
Just guys, raise your hand, and Burnout, raise your hand first.
I would like to ask him a question. Like, what is your definition of racism?
It's a good question. That's the important definition. I see myself as a racialist. I think that race is real. I think that we have to grapple with it. People are tribal. So I guess the working definition would be, race-based hatred. Does he hate people or have prejudice for people based on their race? Would be my definition.
Hear me out. The next question is, do you think your definition of racism applies universally to everyone, especially the people who are at the hand of racism, like the oppressed or the oppressors? And do you think racism is an institution? Or do you just think, racism is hating on people?
Well, the definition's totally subjective. I think it's a very ambiguous word. What does it mean? Does it mean you believe that race is a determinative factor? Or do you think that, like left-wing people do, I imagine you do, based on what you're saying, that race is, one of these categories that's used to oppress people? It's totally subjective, and that's why we have to meet on the definitions. But no, I don't believe. What exactly is the question? People disagree about what racism means. Absolutely.
Okay, universally, I would say racism is the institutionalized practice of putting a marginalized people down and keeping them down, whether it's thoughts, whether it's speech, whether it's being rejected, how you look, your skin color. So anything that has to do with your skin color and you being rejected or dejected or objectified or subjectified is the racism to me. And I think that from multiple studies and just living real life, a lot of people will agree with that. So it's not as light as you're trying to make it seem. It's not that at all. And I would consider Donald Trump to sit under the umbrella of being racist, just because of how he moves, his policies, how he deals with people of the opposite race or anybody that is not similar to him.
Like who? Can you give an example?
Anyone. Look how he talks about Kamala. Look how he talks about the African American community. It's not from a place of understanding or relation. It's an outside observation from generalized views that are just stereotypical, really. Because have you seen him really be in close contact with anyone who is actually someone who is a clear representation of being an African American person or a person of another race, where he can sit down and they'll be like cool and not have any type of
Yeah. Ben Carson was in his cabinet. Tim Scott was being considered for VP.
listen to me. I'm sorry.
Well, let me add one other thing.
Real quick, Nick. Sorry, but Isaac, you
in the day because he refused to rent to black people in his properties. He called for the execution of the Central Park Five.
He's ruining my fucking shit. Banner.
He had the birther conspiracy. These are things that have been around for years, well-documented cases of race. So I think the reason you're saying he's not racist is because you have a clear misunderstanding of what racism is. But your opinion is not shared by most of the world, especially people who face racism. Like, okay, a lot of conservatives like to talk about like white racism. So wouldn't you agree that white people are discriminated against because they're white? Or is that not happening?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you believe in racism then, but only for your own people. So
I think that, again, what is the definition? If the definition of racism, as Burnout says, the systematic oppression of a person based on race, then you would disagree. You would disagree that white people are discriminated against, right? If white people are oppressors?
There's individual racism. That's like a thought. You see somebody outside and
so what is the definition then? You're making the case that it's very clear cut and there's no ambiguity, but clearly there's disagreement on this panel between you and Burnout even.
Prejudice would.
The 2026 Chevy Equinox is ready for your daily drives, weekend getaways, and everything in between. Plenty of cargo space, plus a big touchscreen that keeps all your tech right where you need it. It's more than an SUV. It's your Equinox. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Would be what the word you're looking for, not racism. Prejudice would be the word you're looking for.
Discrimination. But when it comes to like racism is race-based discrimination and prejudice. There's individual racism. That's where somebody sees another person of another race and they, subconsciously do not like them. And there's institutional or systemic racism where there are foundations in place to keep people of color down. I think you're looking at it from a very narrow-minded lens, but I could show individual racism towards you, a white person. However, I can't show any institutional racism towards you because I'm not in that position of power to do that to you. You understand?
Yeah, are we debating whether Trump is a racist, or are we debating whether the definition of racism is universal? Because I think there's broad disagreement.
We need to I feel like we're
debating that Trump is a racist.
That's the, like I said, I think you're more arguing whether there's an objective definition. Let's just agree on what we're talking about. Your argument is Trump is discriminating on people on the basis of race, as in the case of Central Park 5 and the birther conspiracy. Is that right?
That would be correct, yes.
Okay, so, my pushback would be, having met the man and people, would somebody that has racial hatred or discriminates or prejudice against black people appoint black people in his cabinet, pass the First Step Act, commute the sentences of many black felons who had a peaceful drug charge? And hang on one more thing. And secured the release of LeVar Ball, Kodak Black. I think there was one other rapper in Norway or Sweden who was released from prison. So I think when you put all that together, I don't think someone who is like a white supremacist would be interested in any of that.
Christine, Christine, raise her hand. What's your response to that?
Sorry, can I go, please?
Yeah, Christine, the Asian girl.
None of that was helpful to the black community in any way. None of those people are helpful to the black community in any type of way or fashion. He did that as a strategy. Of course, he's going to move strategically. The people who are fans or who pay attention to the people you named don't really think for themselves. They're very much sheep. And he's going to do anything for the black vote.
Christine.
We've seen that time and time again. we've seen that from not even talking about Trump, from anybody.
Christine, you raise your hand. You have something?
Yes, I just wanted to say, I think there are levels to racism, okay? I know many of people, well, I'm white, but I have black friends, so I'm not racist. Okay. But, so, him, like, calling the China virus and, like, things like that. So what is that? Is that, like, calling people slurs? Is it just, like, comedy? It's just funny? It's not racist?
Wasn't it just descriptive? I mean, the virus did come from China.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
I just want to put that out there. I agree he's not a KKK member.
Yeah,
he's not like a white supremacist, but yeah, like obviously some things he says, some people are going to conceive as problematic and racist. But yes, he can have black friends, but he can still be racist. But I would just argue I'm more conservative than him on race. I'm far more conservative than him on race. And I view him authentically as someone who does not have racial prejudice. I mean, you got to consider he's a New Yorker. I mean, he grew up with Jews who are an ethnic minority. He grew up in a very diverse city. He did business with a lot of different kinds of people. And, even with regard to China, he had a good relationship with the country of China. He respected their leaders. I mean, said that when I was with him at the dinner, he said we had a great relationship, but we respected each other and so on. They had Mitch McConnell's wife, who is Chinese. She was the Secretary of Transportation, I believe. It was in the cabinet. So it was a diverse cabinet. It was a diverse White House. And you can argue, well, he's cynically doing these things to win the non-white vote. Well, if you argue that everything he does is in bad faith, you're sort of arguing that you know what's in his heart. All we can go by is the outward expression. What does he do? What does he say? Based on what he says and does not appear to be a racialist. Does not appear to be a racist.
Like a president has a duty to be president for all Americans. So of course he's going to be diplomatic when it comes to race. But I don't think that's a reflection of how he feels inside. The same way you're saying we can't go off of, because we don't know how he's feeling inside. You don't know how he's feeling inside either. So I do go by actions, and he has many racist actions in the past. But just because he wasn't, he was the people of color's votes during his presidency. That's what a president is supposed to do. They're conditioned to reach out to as many people as possible. That doesn't mean he's not racist just because he's doing something that politicians are really good at doing, reaching out to people. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, the thing is, when it comes to deeds and actions, that's the indicator. That's what we can look at. And, it's like you said, the ones that appear racist, you say, well, that's indicative he's racist. The ones that appear that he's not racist, they say, well, that's just dishonest. It's a lie. So it's kind of like you're picking and choosing the things that are guilt definitive. The things that prove he's not guilty, well, we can't, there's no credibility. We can't trust that. And I would just say, with regard to Trump altogether, I also don't even think it really matters that much. I mean, because if we're saying for the sake of argument, let's say he is just putting on this big display and big show, you say, well, that's his job to. Yeah, I mean, there's questions about Ted Cruz. He raised the same issue about Ted Cruz because he was born in Canada and wasn't born on the land. Ted Cruz, I mean, he's Cuban, but by all appearances, he's white. Does that make Trump a racist against Cubans? I think it's a legitimate question. With regard to the Central Park Five, they're guilty. Let's just be honest. They got off, but they were guilty.
That's misinformation.
That is misinformation.
Misinformation, actually. Yes.
This is misinformation.
You look into the case. It's just true.
About the one getting released because all of it was lies.
Yeah, they got let off, but they were all guilty.
Okay, what evidence do you have to back up that claim?
Yeah,
I don't want to do a debate about the Central Park Five.
Donald Trump, so you trust the judicial system?
If you look into
it, I feel like you're regurgitating things that you haven't really looked into.
If you look into it, you'll find they were guilty.
Okay, can you please just elaborate? Okay, I honestly want to hear.
No, please elaborate. I would like to know.
Evidence go with this because
I'm really not interested in debating the Central Park Five. If you want to say that's racism, I'll concede that, and we could say that's racist.
You just lied, and it's okay, but you got to be accountable.
Okay, let's move on to the next subject. I think that we covered. Hold on, you can hear, correct? I think that we covered racism. Let's move back on to feminism, okay? I think we covered if Trump is racist or not. Let's a minute. If you can answer, should women vote?
No, absolutely not. Women should not vote. We should repeal the 19th Amendment. We should take it away. They vote for the wrong candidate every single time. Every single time the women vote one person. They vote for more spend. But above all else, I think that women, we have to look at voting as a position of governance. If you're casting a vote, you're determining who should be in the government. And I don't think that women should be in the business of government at all. Leadership is a domain of men. And I think, honestly, very few people should vote altogether. I think that people that have only been in the country for a generation or two shouldn't vote. I think people that are indigent shouldn't vote. I think that young people shouldn't vote. I think probably people that don't own anything shouldn't vote. And I think, we should get back to a system where a vote is cast really as a representation. I think the vote should be cast by the head of a household. I think that if a woman gets married, her political ex-husband in the vote of the head of the household. I don't think that it's women's position to be in leadership over men, over society. And I think that it's completely outside their domain. So I don't think they should vote at all. And I think the evidence is clear. I mean, ever since they got the right to vote, it's been all downhill.
Burnout, you want to respond?
Do you want me to respond? No, I'm kidding. I will, actually. I just want to ask a question to lead you to a point. Being in the state of where we are in this country, knowing that nothing but men have president this country, you think that women shouldn't have a chance to run it? You think you're doing an amazing job?
Yep. 100%.
Are you here for the progressiveness of the country, or are you here to stick to the cookie cutter, male leading the world type of vibe?
Totally average white male leading the world. I think we should have exceptional white males leading the world. I think the world was a great place when we had more of that. The more we get away from that, the worse things seem to get. I think white men should be back in charge, but that's another debate. I think women should definitely not be in charge.
I feel like, I'm not trying to generalize, but I feel like that demographic causes more harm to the country than they ever did good. And that's harm to the country than they ever did good. And that's on a daily basis. That's like